welcome to this video where we're going to look at the C# do while loop. Do while works in much the same way as the while loop, except as you can see the test condition is placed at the end of the loop rather than at the beginning, as is the case with the while. In a similar way to the while, again we increase the value of the counter within the loop, and you can see here that irrespective of the value of the counter and the outcome of the test condition, the statements will always be executed at least once. These are the relational operators, and you can see here that our counter in the first row is being evaluated against the value of x. Does counter equal x? If it does, then the loop will terminate. Is the counter not equal to x? Is the counter less than x, greater than x, less than equal to x, or greater than equal to x? Now you saw that we added 1 to our value for the counter, and we did this by saying counter plus plus, and these are the unary operators that we use. There are two examples here for adding and subtracting. The difference between them is that plus plus counter will add 1 to the counter before it's used, whereas counter plus plus will add 1 to the counter after it's been used. And you can see here I've got in the middle column the effect of what that is actually doing. Okay, so let's move on to an actual example. Okay, let's look at an example of do while with Visual Studio loaded. We'll start a new project. It's a console application. I'll just call it a do while loop. Storage location's fine. Click on OK. And we have the template generated for us. I'll simply copy and paste some code in here that I've prepared, and you can see here that I've initialized a variable counter to 0. Here's the do, and our first statement is console.writeLine, and I'm saying in a string constant here in double quotes the value of counter is, followed by a plus, which is concatenate counter. In other words, the value of counter at this time is displayed. Then I increase counter by 1, counter plus plus, and then I test counter at the end saying while counter is less than 10. So let's see what that does for us. Save the file, go to build solution, it's built just fine. Let's run the example. And here's our output window. As you may have expected, it's counted from 0 to 9. Once counter reached 10, the do while terminated. Well, as with the other examples in the series, the question is, how about changing some values here for counter? The values of the test condition use negatives, not just positives, for changing the value of counter, and see how you get on. Do let us know. Please feedback with your examples and your findings. Thank you for watching the video. This is C# Go.